starting lineup brought to you by Galletta, cameraman for most of the year in the rear turn. Right and outside in front of Joe Serino in 1605. We should have started on the inside second row. What is backwards of how most tracks do it. A lot of bumping right off the start. The start of the 16th annual Galletta Greenhouse Karting Classic. It's been held every year since 96, I believe. Matt won the first street, then Chris won the next street, Matt won a bunch of them, and Wesley won one, Matt won a few more, and Kyle Reuter won the last one. So we have only had 4-1 Kyle Reuter trying to get the lead. There's grinding and bumping already. Kyle is trying to get underneath Randy now. Randy Platt holding him. Ooh, whoa, he got into him a little bit there. And setting a fast pace here. Watch out now, Randy Platt spins out in a slick spot into Matt. Unusual Matt starting a very quick pace. Very interesting. Matt will usually start slow. Founders of Galletta's Racing, Chris and Matt. Matt in first, Chris in second. Now Kyle. These three only active winners of the Classic are in the top three. Nobody else on the track has has won a Classic. No one's actually come close with three drivers in their first Classic ever. Kenny Lindsley, Joe Trino, and Justin Galletta are in their first Classic ever. Fast pace up by them. Usually go much slower. Kenny Lindsley in the back, heavily retooled number 04, now number 14. For Randy Platt, he has a fast carbon set in the back, and right now we are all close and fast. Very hard to pass out there. The track is a little slick at the start of the race, but that will come to the drivers over time. A little bit of packing down and drying off. Struggling in the back. He's got a fast car, but it is hard to pass out there. And this is an unusually fast-paced Go Classic. Tim Galletta stalls the 54. Restart, Matt, Chris, and Kyle. Kyle wanted to get into the lead, much like he did last year. However, surprised to see that both Matt and Chris are setting a quick pace. Chris wants to stay up there in the top three. Matt, of course, looking like he wants to try to keep the whole thing at this point because in the past he has dropped to the back. Not this time. He is maintaining a nice, fast-paced lead. Chris is staying with him. Kyle's staying with Chris. We're pretty close on the bumper. Some bumpers have been connecting out there. Kyle pushing Chris a little bit there. Chris is trying to make a little bit of room, a little bit of fuel consumption conservation, but Kyle's making it difficult on him. Miller looking underneath. Oh my God. Ellie Miller was looking underneath Joe. Couldn't get him. And Kenny Lindsley gets the pass on the outside. It was a close call though. Anyone who goes to the back knows the whole field is swept. Holding a good groove. That makes a good 1-2 punch. Hard to pass up. Whoa, Joe and Kenny almost. Kenny gets back into position. Just in time before Kelly gets him. Look at that. Nathan 35 is out there. Kyle showing that that car has some speed. AJ was complaining at the start of the year that he didn't feel it. Matt did switch to his other carburetor, and that thing is a fast car, fast motor. The former George Russell motor on the AJ Mason car, and it's a good combination. But AJ has been in Georgia almost all summer, and again, missed the Classic. We thought he was going to at least make the Classic. He said he was, but he did not make it. The Galletta number 9 opens up to Kelly Miller because Jeff Pico felt like it was too expensive to rent. There's nowhere else where you can run 200 laps for the price and pay someone to ride in their car for $50. 50 for people who have raced all year with us. Good deal. Ask anyone in the race and they'll say, yeah, don't get that deal anything. Matt looking back, he's not happy with Chris bumping him. Kyle is bumping Chris, and then Chris is bumping Matt. Same reaction. There, he did not like getting nudged. He turned it up a notch. Caution. Caution is out. Caution is out for Tim Galletta. Tim and Brian Galletta got together. And Tim is missed. Seriously missed. Brian and Tim come together. Top 3, money spot, any regular season or Classic, what a race. Top 3 get bonus points. Every lap that Matt is leading gets 1 point. Every lap in second or third place is a half point. So those are the money spots at Galletta's. And the drivers who score the most top 3 laps and spots usually wind up very, very good in the point standing. Chris actually has not been scoring a lot of wins, not more than Matt. Matt has scored the most wins in the last 2 seasons, but with Matt it's been a little feast and famine. When he doesn't win, he sometimes finishes in the back, and Matt's been hurting him. Chris is always finishing in the top 3, and he's won the last 2 straight championships and is leading going into today. But Matt here is churning out a lot of bonus points by being in the lead. Doing a half lap every one on Chris right there. Having a hard time to get back by Kenny. go. Look at that one again. Here's a second look. Kelly got up and slid into Kenny. Kenny was able to save it, but Kelly was not. Caution comes out. Remember Galletta's caution count in the Classic. Of course, the last 10 have to be green. But caution count in the first 190 laps. The last 10 have to be green. At least that's the way it's been. We probably could do it 5, but at least 10. Matt is picking it up. Christie's slowing a little bit. Yeah, he slowed up big time. Chris Stevens blows drive tire. I think it had been going down a little tiny bit and finally went. That's his first blown tire possibly of the year, I believe. A little frustrating because he was in second, and he knows Matt is setting a fast pace. And he also knows that everyone out there is a tough veteran driver. It's not easy. There's no rookies out there this year to serve as lap traffic that you can bounce through and trap people on. They're all veterans out there. Joe and Justin are first season drivers, but they are no longer rookies. Rookies save the term for someone who's probably in their first half season of racing. Usually, for most competitors, it takes about a half a year. But actually, Justin and Joe picked it up quickly. They got their wins at the start of the year. They've had a lot of misfortune since then, and have not been able to duplicate their early success. But wow, look out. Kelly tried to get outside of Brian and ran out of track really quick. Brian now has a hard time keeping up with the pack. But right now, he's doing a good job now. As you'll see seriously here, Chris Stevens, who was up in the front, setting a fast pace with Matt and Kyle. He has now decided to tone it down. Decided to take it easy. And in 200 laps, he's here to make it in a whole one tank. Better take for a good chunk of the race at least. And actually being last gives Chris that luxury. Technically, we did have 2 more drivers qualified, Gary Galletta and Ray Castaldo, also qualified. They showed up on race day and did race. They got some practice laps in. On Classic, we are not picky. We will take all comers, and Ray and Gary will be scored in the Classic. We score pace car drivers. We score time trial and do not start. That's the way we've scored it in the past. If you show up at Galletta, you can earn those points in a hurry. We prefer you race the whole race long, that's for sure. The field is starting to even out now. As you can see, Chris is really taking it easy. But this is where you have to be careful. If the leader starts coming up on you, you are in danger of going a lap down. Chris has to be aware of that. He is really babying that car around the track, really babying that route. Chris actually trained for this event. He will not tell his secret that he knows how to conserve gas. He's not going to tell his trade secret of how he learned how to do it. Melissa Stevens was showing a puff of smoke on one of those lap tests. That's a good sign on the 19th. He does have a backup, but every driver has a backup at their disposal. Everyone time trialed at least 2 cars. Boy, Matt and Kyle are setting one of the quicker paces in recent Classic history. Russell Hockey set a quick one a few years back. Buddy Compton also set a pretty quick one with Chris Stockup and Russ Hockey challenging him. But that fast pace has not been able to secure any Classic wins so far in our history. Much like the race that we fasted after, the Oswego Speedway Classic, 200 laps, anything can happen. And it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And your car has to be strong at the end and in position at the end. You make a difference. Wow, Chris is falling way back, maybe in that throttle. Now here comes Matt and Kyle, so he might have to turn it up now. Chris now is reeling in Brian after noting how quickly Matt and Kyle have been creeping up to him. Now Chris is having trouble getting around Brian, with Matt and Kyle creeping up. Brian Galletta blows a chain. Actually, his clutch bolt come off, and then the chain come off. But he was fixed on the track, and they'll resume. He is in 11th and final position. Justin Galletta, rookie driver along with Josino, both impressive in 3rd and 4th. Kelly now, looking for a way around him. Trent is still slipping. He's picking up his strength in the back group. A little lower than that if they stay those slick. He's still getting it to go down there. More disaster in the back. This one is Tim Galletta hits a tire. I believe that was Justin Galletta, I believe, that hit that tire onto the track, and then it collected Tim Galletta. According to starter Wesley James Kroger Stevens, we are on lap 67 of 200. Matt has led all 67 of those laps. Kyle has been in the top 3 all 7 of those laps as well. And Kyle is going for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. But Matt slams the door shut in the quicker up outer groove. And now he turned it up a little bit there. He must have been telling Kyle, let's think about it now. Now Chris trying to get a little bite down there. Still slick. You still see the got his number 8. Wheeling around a little bit there. Excellent race, ladies and gentlemen. What we go for with this 200 lapper is Everson, Chris and Matt were small children. They've gone to the Pseudo Speedway and they passed in the regular season at the Pseudo Speedway. This, of course, speaks to their preference too. It's on a point for racing and different point totals for different length races and so on and so forth. But with the 200 lapper, it originally started as an 80, then 100, then 125. It kept growing until we realized we could do 200 laps. And then we could do 200 laps on one tank of fuel if you are fortunate. And ever since then, it's been a barn burner every race. 200 laps, anything can happen. First to go to last, last to go to first. It's a long race. And most of the time, we only have 10, 11 people in it. I believe we might have had a few more if it wasn't for Frozen Ocean racing their money race. And the same day, we might have had a few people come out of the woodwork, including former competitors such as Dick Dan, but he is seeking money and recognition from his pal who builds motors, so he is not here. Joe is pressuring Kyle significantly. He is not backing down for all of Kyle's experience. And Kelly Miller on the brake, he has stated he is so impressed with how close and competitive the car started. But it also isn't just that. They've always been fairly close. It's also the drivers. We have no rookies out there. All of the karts are fast and all the drivers are experienced. And when you have that, you are going to work in a close and competitive field, in a close competitive race with passing hard to come back. More breaks and wrecks have caused position changes than passes, that's for sure. Ooh, another good jump by Kyle. He's trying to get Matt on those restarts because he knows that might be his best shot, but he couldn't quite get it to stick. Matt pulls away again a little bit. Plus, we're so close, you need that little edge. You get a little better start than someone, that might be your only shot. Earlier in the day, Callie Miller was complaining about Kenny Lindley jumping the starts. You have to make sure, at Galletta, you have to stay in single file, generally within one kart length or less, person in front of you, and passing will be allowed as soon as that leader hits the pylon. And four, right there, you see those pylons. As that leader hits that, the green comes out and passing is allowed. But the leader does set the pace and speed up in the turn. Preferably in between 3 and 4. Don't recommend 3 because that can cause a big rift between first and last when the back straightaways in caution and the leader is taking off 3. Boy, that's 3 wide here. Chris looking under Kelly, Kelly looking under Tim. Spot clean. We're open wheel, we don't bump and grind. If we do, we're going to go flying through there and get hurt. So this is clean racing, ladies and gentlemen. No one's bumping and grinding and pushing people out of the way here. That's for sloppy drivers that aren't as good as they think they are. And you have to do a lot of bumping and grinding and cutting people off. This is as clean and competitive as you'll find in any race division in the world, I would dare say. And definitely the most affordable. Penny almost went off the track there, and 14. The former Larry Phillips, and now Lindsley 14. He has a unique atmosphere. You see him all around. Oh, wait a minute. Caution is out. That was a long break, ladies and gentlemen. Forward. Again. And I believe Brian Galletta stopped. He actually had a 20-minute intermission there. And lights are on. And that was dark, so. Joe, right before that caution come out, Joe Serino got the pass on Kyle. Kyle's trying to get back around. Oh, no, not quite. Almost had enough bite and enough room, but it was good for Kyle to pull out. Another side of a good driver. Pulling outward. No, there's trouble. No, you're going to wreck. Save the car. Yourself and your opponent. And try again another lap. Some drivers are too aggressive and crash too much. That's a sign of arrogance, not good driving skills. But fortunately, we do not have a lot of that here. We have a lot of good, clean, smart drivers here. Good things. Exactly what we want. Matt now has Joe to deal with. And Joe got by Kyle right before that last caution comes in. And another caution, ladies and gentlemen. This one was Tim Galletta again. Tim has had a lot of bad luck in Classic. He's been such a strong, regular competitor in the last 2 seasons, but Classic just does not bode well for Tim. Really, it's a lot of bad luck crop up right at that time. leader lady every single lap of this race. Joe Serino down second. Kyle Reuter in third. Kyle Reuter, last year there's many Sligonian karters who refused to race runners 1 and 0 and did well with this. Kyle is now showing a wheel. We'll bump and grind a little bit with Joe. Ooh, he might have got him there. Good battle. Side by side, and Joe looks like he's going to hold him off, although they're bumping and grinding. Ooh, Joe held him off, and now Justin Galletta gets by Kyle. Chris still in the back trying to get under Kelly. Kelly is just might be a little tad slower than Chris, and Chris just doesn't have enough to get around him. The track is so good in the upper groove, and it's still a little slick, a little lower. But Chris has been working that groove, and it's starting to come to him. Here's a very quick pace set by Matt. It's not really taking it easy too much. He is setting a quick one. Danny Lindsley has moved up to fifth. Is starting to spread out a little bit, a little more than it has been. It shows that one of two things, either Matt is speeding up or the rest of the crowd is trying to conserve. One of the two, maybe a combination of both. Our only two rookies for the event, Justin and Joe. Technically count them as first season drivers after their first half season or so. They are second and third, getting by one of the best drivers in the area, Kyle Reuter here, showing how quickly they've learned and how well they're doing. They're keeping Matt within fighting distance here. Ooh, whoa, look out now, Kyle, and oh no! Oh, let's look at that again. It all started here with Kyle Reuter and Justin Galletta. Kyle got into Justin, put him off the track. Boom! Spark City, we see a rooster fly. And that drive system is demolished on Kenny Lindsley's number 14. As he went up and down hard. Sparks flying everywhere. Kelly and Chris went to the infield to avoid, and that's a good thing. Always know if you're on the track, you spin to avoid, you go up the track to avoid for the safety of every driver. Airborne or off the cart, left the track or something. Kenny just takes a seat here. He was quite shooken up. Left 98, almost to the halfway point. 98 of 200. And that's still in the lead. Joe up to second. Now Kyle back up to third. Chris again getting a good fight on the start, but not enough to get Kelly. Lindsley, he worked hard hard for about 2 weeks to get that car ready from Larry's garage to Galletta Classic. It needed some work, and we gave it some nice little spin paint job and everything, and it was race ready. Could use a little more horsepower, but sitting out these repairing the car in the engine in the pit area of the garage, whatever you want to call it. Reminds me, ladies and gentlemen, that pit is a hot pit gate. Nobody should stand there during green lap sessions. You can't come in there hot. We don't want anyone getting hit. Pretty fast. Halfway point, it seems like he has turned it up a little bit. He's still working over Kelly. He's testing every single lap. Caution is back out. Lap 112 of 200. Matt Stevens, Joe Serino, Justin Galletta, they're all going to have to worry, and Kyle Reuter, they're all going to have to worry about fuel consumption at this point, because all three of them are setting a fast pace. Uh-oh, Matt Stevens and Joe Serino are hooked together. Look out! Ladies and gentlemen, look out! Oh, we gotta see that one again. Down the back stretch, Joe Serino's number 5 hooked up with Matt's 33. They've been trying to yank each other free Chris Stevens and Kelly Miller go low. Chris goes lower than Kelly. Trying to get through. Chris is so close to taking the lead. Brushing tires a little bit with Kelly. Brushing with Joe. Ooh, and who was down there? I think it was no. I'm not sure who that was down there that got involved. Wow. No, it might have been Tim Galletta, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Tim's had a rough night. As I was saying earlier, Tim and Klassic have not been the best of friends. But with these things, often luck tends to be chance. And that means one of these years he's going to be due for a good showing. That's the way it is. And Chris has went from 6th. Chris here is trying to wave everyone down to not start until the camera woman, his wife, Rungnapha Stevens, is set up in the tower. He wanted to make sure that we don't start. She was just going up there because the score, her angle, is the official score sheet for our classic. How we score the classic from tower cam. It's a good shot of most of the track. It's a good shot of the start finish line and a good shot of turn 1. So you know exactly where everyone is on any given lap, especially leaders. It's somewhat difficult to get that from other positions unless someone was at the flag tower or near it. That's the only other better way to do it. We do have a stationary camera, but sometimes it's tricky to even make that out. If we whip by so fast, we're going between 35 to 50 miles per hour down that front stretch. So it's very difficult to make it out sometimes. Now Chris back up with Matt. Chris is pushing Matt a little bit, knowing that he probably has more fuel than Matt. And he is showing he can stay right with Matt. Chris is wondering if he's ever going to get back up there because it's been such a hard climb. He had just told Randy Platt to let him by, and Randy said, you got to earn it. Well, then Chris got by everyone when tires connected and up. I may have spoke too soon. Yes, I did. Chris Stevens challenged Matt for the lead, and he drifted a little too high in turn 2, and he smacked that tree hard. It shot him sideways and back onto the track. Everyone missed him. Chris is upset because that was his, and the front end is busted. Chris will have to use his second timeout of the evening. He doesn't want to hop into the 4. He didn't feel right hopping from the 4 to the 8 last year. He wouldn't feel as good hopping from the 8 to the 4. He wanted to give it a shot. And his 8 feels like that car was going to be lucky and a good handling car of the evening. The 4 did win a classic with older Stevens behind the wheel in 2006. But it's been quick, but it's a bad luck in the classic. Oh, wow, Melissa. Oh, no, Melissa and Tim. And that takes Tim Galletta out of the action with a busted front end. Let's look at that one again. Here it is again. Randy bunched up a little bit. Melissa got into him, and then Tim got into Melissa, and he busted up his front end considerably. That's done for the night. He could have used the timeout for repair, but it would have been an extensive wait, and it was already getting late. He also could have used the backup but he's been, he didn't feel like he was physically up to the remainder of the race in a kart he wasn't used to, so he passed on that. He passed on the timeout, and he passed on a kart change. This is when everyone wants to own their own backup kart, so they're comfortable in a backup kart. Chris, Matt, and Melissa all have their own. And the rest of the karts are kind of open for anyone to be a backup kart for, but not everyone likes other karts, so. Chris now trying to get back under everyone, and he does. He gets by Joe here. He's able to get by Joe, who got hung up a little bit behind Randy. Now Chris is back up. He's challenging Randy Bobandi. Justin Galletta in second. Survived a few scuffles with Kyle and with a few people he's been catching tires with, but he's been surviving. And he's in second right now with Bobandi and Chris in pursuit. Joe behind them. Outstanding race thus far, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how competitive this is. I mean, we are in the 130s and 140s of this race, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I don't got a good shot of the lap counter, but we're up there, and the race has turned up quite a bit. Kyle Ruger went off the track, busted a tire, and went on. Oh, wow, just lost a lot of ground there, trying to get under Boban, and Boban held him off. Ruger retired early. He had to get up early in the morning. He was tired, and he felt like his best chance left when the 35 busted out from under him. As you can see there, Matt is turned it up a little bit. Justin was falling behind a little bit, but then Justin looks like he's catching back up a little bit. Uh-oh. You can see this might be a sign of fuel pickup problem. Ooh, wow, Chris is now trying to get under Boban. Chris is trying to use what appears to be a slowing Justin Galletta and trying to trap Randy on him. You can see coming down the back stretch, it's a sign of fuel pickup problem, and he's falling behind Matt there. Justin and Joe, you could hear them from the tower cam. They were really gunning it in one when everyone else was letting up, so they're going to have less fuel than others. Wow. Randy and Chris went a little high there, but they survived. after lap, Chris is giving Randy something to think about. Every single lap, he is showing him a wheel or being right on his bumper. And this is crunch time. It's getting closer and closer. Again, Matt's pulling away. It shows that something's up. Either Matt is turning it up or Justin is catching that in the first and second turn and losing him in the back straight. Which to me looks like fuel consumption. Chris then shows a wheel to Randy. Randy holds him off. Definitely a riveting finish here. There it was. Justin Galletta is having wheel pickup problems. And both Randy Platt and Chris Stevens got around him. And now he's slowing up. Joe Serino, his brother, is having difficulty getting around him now. Now Randy and Chris have re-caught back up to Matt. That was showing Justin having wheel pickup problems. See, you can say, tricky mistake to gun it a little bit too much in a turn where you can use momentum and then not having enough fuel to power you down the back straight, and you're starting to slow up and fall more and more behind. Now problem is Justin out of the back now. Serino has fallen way off the pace now because Justin is holding on. Down to 3 now. Matt, Randy, and Chris. They're obviously here all the time. They're putting the most work into their cars. And it's showing right now being the top 3 and pulling away. They also did a good job conserving fuel, especially Chris, who on last caution break checked is way more fuel than anyone else. He's been taking it easy. Keeps showing a wheel to Randy, hoping to pressure him into a mistake. Getting a little high. Randy Black goes too high, almost falls up the track, and Chris gets under him. We're so close, that's what takes place. Has to be a driver error or something, a mechanical failure, something that causes a position change. There it was, Randy went a little too high, and now Chris is reeling in his brother. He's in second place for the 3rd time tonight. Does not want to wreck or blow out of second like he did the first 2 times. But he has been charging up through the field all day. And Matt now he's been setting a quick pace on this 200 all day now. And he has Chris with a little bit more fuel than him, knocking on the door. Wow, outstanding race though. The drama is increasing. The more laps go away, the more dramatic the race gets. Matt, Chris, and Randy are 1, 2, 3. Little room for error with any of them. One mistake can change from first to third and third to first. Ooh, Chris now takes a little slingshot on his brother, Matt. Matt sees it and slams the door shut, pulling away a little bit there. Again, Chris also knows he's got a little bit more fuel than Matt, and so he is pressuring him a little bit more. People might ask, why the heck do you go 200 laps? This is why we go 200 laps. The drama increases. It's a marathon. Fuel consumption. It's just so much drama in the one race. And with any sport, competition and drama is what makes it interesting. Matt now has caught up to his wife who's in the 80 after the 19 blew him out early. Matt slingshotting under his wife and clears her. Now Chris and Randy. Randy's gonna try to see if he can pick up a position on Chris, and Chris is just trying to stay within Matt. Now Chris clears her and Randy does too. Now Galletta, Justin just backs out. He goes into the low groove and surrenders his position. You might be getting ready to call it quits because your fuel is pretty much running on fumes. He slowed up tremendously from a strong second place down to last and getting lapped. Everyone's getting by him now. I think even Melissa got him when they were on the same lap. The man fell off the pace a little bit. It is 155, ladies and gentlemen. We are running this hard at lap 155. That's incredible. Getting to the point of a regular feature now. 50 to 45 laps. We're looking at a regular feature for the finish. Except unlike a regular feature. Whoa, someone is out. Randy Platt. Randy Platt loses a hip bar.